After a bit of a challenging summer, finally the grit season was here. I had some really exciting personal things going on. I just got married, got a new puppy, and started trying for a baby. So it was quite challenging to set goals with this uncertainty, as you basically never know how long that will take, and I knew that my life will change quite a bit. This is what I decided to focus on for the next 4-ish months. I guess the first and most important point was to try and keep as healthy as I possibly could during this time to give myself the best chance, as I am not the youngest. That meant training, but not training too intensely where I needed lots and lots of time to recover. I guess the focus wasn't on gaining strength, but keep myself ticking over and use strength training for health. I'm a big fan of exercise, first and foremost as a health tool, and then climbing performance after that. So I wanted to focus on my usual favourite all-body exercises, but target my climbing goals at the same time, so continue fingerboarding, pull-ups, etc. Healthy habits look different for everyone, but for me, one of the best things for my health is to have a ketogenic diet. I haven't really mentioned this on my channel, but I have been doing keto on and off since maybe 2017. It has always made me feel very, very healthy and strong and full of energy. That is when I could keep it up with all the tasty, sugary distractions around. And I wanted to step it up this time and try to eat carnivore for a bit, as it seemed that some people can get lots of health benefits eating that way.
This is my breakfast, and that's Alex's breakfast, pancakes for the win.
The second thing was to get my climbing mojo back, and the best way to do that for me is to climb outside. I really wanted to try as hard as I could, like I usually do, and the goal this time was to try 7B consistently. If you don't try it, it will never happen, so I set out once a week to try a 7B on grit, whichever one I thought was doable. It's not all about pushing the grade for me, it's also just to improve my climbing and challenge myself, and so I wanted to try easier in bracket problems that were really challenging for me, either because they were reachy or just my anti-style and I found them hard. Plus, it's really good for the ego, so I try to not avoid them. I really don't utilize board climbing enough, and one thing I wanted to do, which was training for climbing specifically, was more footless climbing in order to improve my contact strength and commitment to just sticking moves. I thought that was one of the things that was holding me back on harder grades, just the ability to really commit and snatch to a hold. The last thing was flexibility. As always, I try to do some flexibility with various levels of success. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. I identified that my shoulder mobility is absolutely appalling, and so I wanted to focus on that. I thought that might keep me from being able to access my strength, especially when the moves are quite reachy and I'm in my full span. I found Matt Smith's flexibility guide and I wanted to follow that. So, slightly less structured plan than previous years, but this was hopefully going to allow me the flexibility to just see what life brings. Let's see how it went.